One of the keys to getting good at solving algebra word problems is to get used to the words and phrases that pop up often and learn how to change those words and phrases into mathematical symbols. We'll start with our word bank. When we see the word product, we immediately think multiply. When we see the word minus, we know to subtract. Quotient tells us to divide. Plus means to add. These words we need to become very comfortable with, and we might add to this list as we work through today's work. Here's what your homework will look like today. Write each phrase as a variable expression. Number 1, -8 plus a number. Can we rewrite -8 plus a number as a variable expression, meaning use math symbols and variables to represent -8 plus a number? Well, what's our math word here? I see the word plus. I know plus means to add. What am I adding together? I'm adding together -8 and a number. And when I add, the order I add in doesn't matter. I can either write -8 plus a number, or I can write a number plus -8. Either one is correct. I'm going this way. For number 2, scan through that number 2 and find your math word. A number subtracted from 12. Subtracted, that's a word from our word bank. I know what subtraction looks like. But we have to be careful with subtraction. When it says a number subtracted from 12, should my answer be n minus 12 or 12 minus n? Those are two very different things. The order matters when you subtract. 5 minus 12 is -7, but 12 minus 5 is +7. We got to get the order correct. Which order should it be? A number subtracted from 12. I think the word from is key here. I'm subtracting from 12. I must start with 12, and then a number should be subtracted from it. That's why on this problem number 2, this answer is correct. This answer, wrong. Number 3 has a new math word, twice. What does twice mean? Twice means to take something and double it, to multiply it by 2. Let's add that to our word bank. When we see the word twice, we think multiply. Multiply by 2. So twice a number means to take a number and multiply it by 2. There's twice a number. Of course, we could also write it as 2 times a number, but I like to write it this way, more concise. In number 4, read through and find your math word. The word is quotient, and quotient means to divide. 2 nice ways to write this one. The quotient of -6 and a number. That's the quotient of -6 and a number. You can write it that way, -6 divided by n, or even better, use a fraction bar as a division bar. Here's the quotient of -6 and a number. That's generally the way we'll write it, although either way is correct. Now, when you work your homework problems, no need to write out the expression this way. This is the way it's written in your book. All you put down on your paper for number 4 is that expression, and that's it. Same thing with number 3. No need to write this out first. You're just showing me answers. Now, number 5 has a new math word, increased by. Should that be add, subtract, multiply, or divide? When you increase something, you make it bigger by adding. Let's put that on our word bank. When we see the word increased, we'll think addition. Of course, if we see the word decrease, that'll be subtraction. Our word bank is filling up nicely. Now we need to be able to write a math expression for -4 times a number increased by 18. Increased. That's add. What comes after the add is the 18. What comes before the addition? Well, that's tricky. I need -4 times a number. That's -4 times a number. Let's see if we've got it. Here's -4 times a number increased by 18. -4 times a number increased by 18. I think that's perfect. On your homework, no need to write out the problem. Just give me the mathematical expression the way I've got it here. For number 6, now I see the word decreased. But we know what decreased means. Decreased means to subtract. What am I decreasing by? I'm decreasing by 30. Twice a number decreased by 30. Decreased means subtract. Subtract by how much? 30. What am I subtracting from? I'm subtracting from twice a number. Remember, twice means to multiply by 2. So here's twice a number. Twice a number decreased by 30. Twice a number decreased by 30. Perfect. Read through number 7 and find your math words. And the word I focus on first is added. Added to what? Added, after the word added comes 100. I'm adding to 100. What am I adding to 100? All of this. The product of 7 and a number. How do I show the product of 7 and a number? I can write that as 7n. Let's see if we've got it. The product of 7 and a number added to 100. Here's the product of 7 and a number being added to 100. Great. Let's try number 8. Scan through and find your math words. I see the word difference. Difference is subtract. I need the difference of -9 times a number and 1. -9 times a number looks like this. Of course, 1, I'll just put there. Let's see if we got it all. The difference of -9 times a number and 1. Here's the -9 times a number. We have the difference of -9 times a number and 1. Let me circle all of my answers. Now, number 9 is the trickiest. It's got a phrase in it right here. Twice the sum. Stop. As soon as I see twice the sum, I know from experience that that means I'll have parentheses in my expression. How do I know that? Because I've worked 1,000 of these, and every time, twice the sum tells me I'm going to have parentheses. We'll learn to look for that phrase. A sum, that means to add, and we need twice that sum. So we'll add and double it. There's twice the sum. Now read carefully. Twice the sum of what and what? Twice the sum of a number and -5. Of a number and -5. Got it. Those are tricky. We'll mess those up from time to time, but we'll keep getting better at them. Number 10. Read careful. The quotient of 10 times a number and -4. Quotient. Quotient means divide. I want to divide 10 times a number and negative 4. Here's the quotient of 10 times a number and negative 4. But in algebra, we like to write quotient, we like to write divide as a fraction bar. Here's the better way to write it. The quotient of 10 times a number and negative 4. There's the way we want number 10. Very nice. Now again, when you work your homework problems, no need to write all of this out. For number 10, all you give me is the answer. For number 9, all you give me is the answer. All right, your turn. Go to work. I've enjoyed working with you today. Keep working hard. I'll see you soon.